Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is Friday, April 17th, and it is AMI Day 19. So we'll start off with our announcements. The only announcement I have today is that we will have a Zoom meeting today at 3:30, and it's Fun Friday. So we'll start our Zoom meeting by playing a game, and whoever wins the game, I will mail you a prize. So I have a fun game planned for us today, and then we will continue our read aloud of the Graveyard Book. So I will post the link for our Zoom meeting on Google Classroom, Class Dojo, and Remind. So all you have to do is click that link to join our Zoom meeting, and then I will admit you into the meeting from the waiting room, and then we will get started and have lots of fun today at 3:30 because it's Fun Friday and we're continuing our read aloud of the Graveyard Book. So that is the only announcement I have for today. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our AMI work for today. And once again, today is AMI Day 19. And as always, we start with math. So your three options to choose from for math today are option 1, which is to complete the attached skill review sheet. And today, the skill for the worksheet is simplifying fractions. So you have a fraction that you can simplify, and we're going to go over that here in a little bit. If you don't want to do option 1, you can do option 2, which is to log on to iStation Math and work for 30 minutes. And once again, you can do iStation Math, Freckle Math, ST Math, Extra Math, Prodigy, any of those things. Log on and work for 30 minutes, and that will count as your time if you choose to do option 2. Or you can choose to do option 3, which is to follow that PBS link. You filter it by 5 for 5th grade and watch any of those videos for math and just do what the video asks you to do. So that's your option 3. So we'll go ahead and get started by reviewing your option 1. So let me share my screen. I found the worksheet online and I made it a little bit bigger so we can all see it. So it's Simple Sylvia's Simple Fractions. So Simple Sylvia likes everything around her to be neat and simple. Help her rewrite these fractions in the most simplified form. So then it gives you this example here, 12/15. So we know that we can simplify 12/15, and they simplified 12/15 to 4/5. The way you simplify a fraction is you find the number that you can divide both the numerator and the denominator by. So here, a common number you can divide them by is 3. So they did 12 divided by 3, which gave them 4, and then 15 divided by 3. Okay, so we're going to practice. I'm going to practice some of the ones on your worksheet here with you. We'll start with 2/8, and I'll get it set up where hopefully it'll let me write on here. So we have 2/8. So let's think of 2 and 8. So let's count by 2s. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2 and 8 are both multiples of 2. So we know that we can divide both of them. Well, hold on a second. We can divide both the top and the bottom by 2. And you might see my hand every once in a while because I have a different setup, hoping that the video will be a little brighter for you guys. So we can do 2, let me write on it. 2 divided by 2. Whoa, that's a weird division sign, but it'll work. 2 divided by 2. And then we have to do the bottom. 8 divided by 2. So 2, anything divided by itself is 1. So 2 divided by 2 will be 1. And then 8 divided by 2. So you can think of it as a multiplication problem. 2 times what is going to give you 8? So let's think of our 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2 times 4 gives you 8. So 8 divided by 2 will be 4. So 2/8 simplified would be 1/4. And then here we have 10/15. 10, oh, it just wrote everywhere. 10/15. I am just struggling today with this. All right, 10/15. So if we were to divide it by a number, an easy way to do it is to start at the lowest you can. So can you divide both of those by 2? You can divide 10 by 2 and get 5, but you can't divide 15 by 2. So you move on to the next number. Can you divide both 10 and 15 by 3? You can't divide either of those by 3. So now go to 4. Can you divide 10 and 15 by 4 without getting a remainder? You can't do that either. So now we move on to 5. Can you divide both 10 and 15 by 5 and get an answer that does not have a remainder? Yes, you can. Because 10 and 15 are both multiples of 5. So 10 divided by 5 and 15 divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5. So 5 times what gives you 10? 5, 10. 5 times 2 gives you 10. So the top part will be 2. Now 15. Let's think of 15. 5 times what gives you 15? 5, 10, 15. 5 times 3 gives you 15. All right, so 10 15 simplifies to 2/3. But let's look at this one over here. Let's look at 21 28. That one's going to work a little different because now we kind of have to think, what is a number that you can multiply to get 21 and 28? So I'll give you a hint for this one. This one is 7. So 7 times 3 is 21, and then 7 times 4 is 28. So what we can do is divide the top by 7 and the bottom by 7. My little division signs look kind of funny, but it's kind of hard writing on the screen of a computer. So 21 divided by 7. 21 and 28 are both multiples of 7. So 21 divided by 7 would give you that 3. And 28 divided by 7 would get you 4. So that is how you simplify fractions. You kind of have to think about division. And if you need help with that, you can always look at a multiplication chart. And you can, like, for example, on the 21 28, you can look and think, okay, 7 has both 21 and 28. So then 7 times 3 gave me 21, and 7 times 4 gave me 28. So you can kind of use a hundreds chart or a multiplication chart to help you know how to simplify your fractions. But simplifying fractions has a lot to do with division. So you'll have to think about what you know about your division facts. So that is your math worksheet for today. I'm so sorry, my drawing on the screen was a little rough today. I'm struggling a little bit, but we got it. But if you need any extra help with simplifying those fractions, just let me know and I will help you, and I will find other resources that help you understand how to simplify fractions. But that worksheet is if you choose to do option 1 for math. You still have 2 other options you could choose from if you didn't want to complete that worksheet. So now after math, we always do reading. So you have 4 options for reading. Option 1 is to choose a book and read for 30 minutes, and then all you have to do is record that title, the number of pages that you read, and then that paragraph summary about what you read. So that is if you choose to do option 1 for reading. Option 2 for reading is log on to iStation Readings and work for 30 minutes. So you can do iStation Reading, Freckle ELA, or Spelling City. Just log on to any of those and work for 30 minutes. Or you could choose to do option 3, which is to read the attached passage and answer the questions. So we're going to look at that attached passage together. So here's your AMI worksheet. This is what your AMI worksheet looks like if you're looking at it online. Every day when I make videos, I pull up your AMI work online. So this is what the online version of your work for today looks like. So we're going to scroll down to your reading passage for today. I'm on yesterday's. There we go. So now we're on today. So I'm going to scroll down to your reading passage for today. So today is a reading comprehension passage, and it's called All Gold Canyon by Jack London. So you're going to read this little paragraph here about All Gold Canyon. So you'll read this little paragraph here, and then it gives you some multiple choice questions to answer. So there's some right here and then some over here for vocabulary on the side. So on your multiple choice questions, it says, why was the buck standing in the water? A, he was taking a bath. B, he was resting. C, it was hot. or D, a wolf chased him there. So after you read that reading passage, it's going to tell you the answer to that question. So after you read that, you're going to be able to answer these multiple choice questions. And then the second question is, why did the buck jump out of the water? A, the wolf was gone. B, he was hungry. C, he saw a man. Or D, he heard a man. And then you have the third question, why did the buck leave the meadow? A, he wanted to find food. B, he wanted to see the man. C, he wanted to get away from the man. Or D, he wanted to find his family. So this little paragraph here about All Gold Canyon will give you the answer to all of these multiple choice questions. And then you come over here to the side and it says vocabulary. It says circle the word that has a similar meaning to a word in All Gold Canyon. So circle the word that has a similar meaning to a word in All Gold Canyon. So it gives you this word that is from All Gold Canyon. So the word is buck. So the word buck is a word found in All Gold Canyon. And then it asks you to choose the word that is most similar to the word buck. Is it A, buffalo, B, fox, C, deer, or D, dog? So which of those words is similar to buck? Okay, and then you have acknowledged. So does acknowledged, is it similar to A, recognized, B, denied, C, claimed, or D, destroyed? And then you go to the word vexed. Is it similar to A, guided, B, hear, C, see, D, annoy, or irritate? So you're going to read that passage, and it has all these words in there. It has the word buck, acknowledged, vexed, languid, foreknowledge, garrulous, quivering, scented, monotonous, sing-song, velvet, and wraith. So it has all those words in the passage. So you're just going to kind of have to read the passage and see how those words are used in context, and that's going to help you decide which of the choices is similar to those words. Okay, so that is your choice if you choose to do option 3 for reading. And then option 4 is just to follow that PBS link, filter it to grade 5, and then it's going to give you a bunch of language arts videos that you can choose from. You choose any of those language arts videos to watch, and you just follow along with what the video asks you to do. So that's if you choose to do option 4, you can watch that PBS video. And then after we do reading, we always do writing. So you have 3 options for writing today. So option 1 is to write an entry in your journal. So once again, if you started that coronavirus pandemic journal last week, you'll just continue it today. At the top is your heading for your entry today. You'll put Friday, April 17th, 2020, and you'll just write about what's going on in your life today. What are you doing today? Does your family have any plans about what they're gonna do this weekend at home? Are you watching any kind of movies? I know that they're putting all kinds of different movies out there for you to watch. Are you watching any movies? Do you have any plans for your weekend? How are you talking to your friends? Are you FaceTiming your friends? Are you watching their TikTok videos? What are you doing to connect with your friends? What are you doing this weekend? How are your weekends different now that you're quarantined? That's something to think about since this is Friday. So just write a journal entry about what life is like today during this pandemic. And it would just have the heading Friday, April 17th, 2020, because that's how you keep track of your days and what's going on. And then if you write more than 1 entry a day, you can put the time. So right now the time is 11:53. So if you were writing your journal entry right now, you would write 11:53 and what's happening right now at this time. And then say maybe you wrote one at 5:30. You'd write 5:30 and write what happens at that time. So that's option 1. Option 2 says to choose a nonfiction topic. So it gives you examples like weather, animals, sports, historical events, places, people, etc. And it says choose a nonfiction topic that you know a lot about and write about it. Remember to make a plan by dividing your topic into subtopics. Then write about each subtopic. So this is kind of like when we did when we wrote about the animals, when we wrote all our feature articles about animals. You picked an animal that you liked. Some of you picked wolves, we had elephants, we had, what other kind of animals did we have? Tigers, kind of like our feature articles. You just pick a topic that you know a lot about. So if you pick the topic weather, So you kind of write an article about weather, and then you'd have different subtopics, because when we did our feature article and you wrote about animals, say you chose to write about a panda, you might have wrote about where they live, what kind of food they eat, and what they look like. So you had those 3 subtopics. You had where they live, what they eat, what they look like. And you found information about each of those subtopics. Your main topic was panda. Your subtopics was where they live, what they eat, and what they look like. So this is kind of like that. You'll just pick a topic, any kind of topic. It could be weather, it could be historical events, it could be a place, and then just pick those subtopics that you can write about. So if you chose, let's say you chose sports. So your main topic is sports, so you could write about some subtopics. So your subtopics could be different sports. So your subtopic could be football, baseball, and basketball. So you'd write a little bit about each of those subtopics. You'd write a little bit about football, write a little bit about baseball, write a little bit about basketball, and then you have an article that's about sports. So that's kind of how you do it. Just pick your main topic and then have those subtopics. If you chose to write about an animal, you may choose panda, and your subtopics are where they live, what they eat, and what they look like. And just write a little bit about pandas. So that's if you choose to do option 2 for writing. Option 3 is to go to that PBS link. Once again, filter it by 5 for 5th grade, and it takes you to the language arts section. You choose any of those language arts videos to watch and just follow along with what the video asks you to do. That's if you choose to do option 3 for writing. And as always, after writing, we do science. So today for science, they've given you this worksheet about graduated cylinders. So I know it's probably a little hard to see on here because I can't zoom in very far, but all it wants you to do, it says read each graduated cylinder and write the amount. Be sure to include ml. Oops. Okay, be sure to include ml in your answer. So ml just stands for milliliters, and that's how you measure in a graduated cylinder. You measure by milliliters. So it gives you an example of this first one. So on this first one, it is 2.8 milliliters. So you look here is the big number that it goes over, 2, and then you just count these little ones in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It went up to the 8th little dash. So it's 2.8 milliliters. So reading a graduated cylinder is a lot like reading a ruler. So if you know how to read a ruler, it's just the same thing. It's kind of like a ruler on the side of a container. So you just read that. So this one would be, here's my main big number that it passes, is a 4. And then it goes up 1, 2, 3 little dashes. So it'd be 4.3 milliliters. So you start with the big number that it passes. That's your whole number, 4. And then you put your decimal point, and however many dashes, smaller dashes it goes, is what comes after that decimal point. So on B, it's 4 point, and then you count the little dashes. 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 4.3, and then you put your ml for milliliters. So B would be 4.3 milliliters. Okay, so on this one, it doesn't go past a whole number. So it's just going to be point, and then count your little dashes. 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one, C, is just 0.6 milliliters. So 0.6 ml. So this one's not going to have, C is not going to have a whole number that goes with it. It's just going to be 0.6 ml for milliliters. So you just continue to read those little graduated cylinders and write how much is in them. And remember to put the ml at the end for milliliters. So that is your science worksheet for today. And then after science, you're going to choose one of your specialty activities to do today. So your specialty activity, I'm just tongue-tied all over the place today and messing things up, but we got it. We're doing it together. So our specialty activities, so PE, if you choose to do PE today, it says go on a scavenger hunt outside. Have your parents or sibling make you a list of things to find outside. or you make a list for your parent or sibling to find. Make your list as long or as short as you would like. So you're either gonna have, if you have a sibling or your parents are home with you, you're gonna have them make a list of things for you to go find outside, and then you can make a list of things for them to go find outside. So you could put like leaves, a leaf, a flower, a pine cone, anything like that that they can go outside and find on a scavenger hunt. So that's if you choose to do PE today. And it said here are some suggested items. So it gives you suggested items of things that you can put on that scavenger hunt list. And it says a stick, butterfly, ant, flower, 3 different colors of rocks, 2 types of leaves, a shoe, a fern, and a cactus. So that just gives you examples of things that you can have them find. And they'll just check them off as they find them outside. Or if you choose to do music today, so it says music, treble clef note names. Correctly name each note and then write its alphabet letter name on the blank below. The code is broken when the alphabet letters reveal the secret word. So it tells you right here, so this note right here is a C. This is a D. This represents E, F, G, A, B, C. So you're gonna look at each line. So look at this note here. That was represented, this one right here was represented by an F. So the first letter of this word would be F. This one is A. So F, A, C, E. So your first word in your code is face. F-A-C-E, and you're just gonna write the words underneath until you break the code and get the secret message. So you just follow what the notes look like, and it gives you the letter name for each note in your example. And you just figure out what the secret words are to break the code. So that's if you choose to do music today. If you choose to do art today, it gives you one option. So it gives you one option, and it's Mo Willems Day 4. So we've been drawing a lot of Mo Willems characters and watching those videos to learn how to create different things. Mo Willems is a children's book author. He wrote books like Elephant and Piggy. So all you have to do, and you also need a toilet paper roll today. So yesterday you needed a toilet paper roll for the art project. Today you'll need a toilet paper roll. So you need a toilet paper roll, and then you'll go to this YouTube link, and you'll just watch along with the video and create your craft along with the video. So that's if you choose to do art today. So that is our work for today, AMI Day 19. Just remember that we do have a Zoom meeting today at 3:30, and it's Fun Friday, so we're going to be playing a game. And we will be continuing our read aloud of the Graveyard Book. So invite your classmates, click that link this afternoon, and come join us for our Zoom meeting. And as always, stay healthy, stay safe, and remember, I love and I miss you guys. And if you need anything, please let me know. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope this video helped you today.